Prejudice is an adverse opinion or learning formed without just a ground or before sufficient knowledge. If a person continually tolerates such things or opinion without evaluating or seeking more information or ideas about a certain point, then he or she will end up perceiving and believing this prejudice he or she has in mind. The moment we seek more information or clarification about the things or point we are not sure, we can minimize the feeling or opinion and hopefully, eventually, came up with what is the real state of the certain idea or opinion. What I have talked about earlier were the things I have realized upon watching the video from the 1950s foreign exchange debate entitled The Root of Prejudice, where were participated by Indonesia, Japan, United Kingdom, and of course from the Philippines. They have started by the debate with a question thrown by the host, which is, she says, "What do you think prejudice is?" Each representative gave their idea about what prejudice is. So the first representative is Ratnati from Indonesia. Says that as what she have understand prejudice is a feeling of hate towards other people. Maybe she means to say hating other people without exact or valid reason is a prejudice. And I think she has a point. Hating somebody without any reason is a kind of prejudice. I must admit, sometimes I have this feeling too. I sometimes hate or don't like someone without any valid reason. It's just like I don't like them or I don't like their presence or their aura, but because I don't want to hurt someone, I'll just pretend to being busy browsing my phone rather than talking to them and showing them that I don't like them. Knowing that I know that it's not a thing, and I'm trying my best to not feel this anymore. So the second is Judith Readers from United Kingdom. She is the second representative. She defines prejudice is a rigid opinion formed about a certain thing before there has been a just examination about the facts. Because this is idea conflict being between two parties, usually nowadays, people easily get into trouble because they choose to believe in what they think are correct rather than asking the truth. Sometimes another reason is because they want other people to believe and stand on what they have in their mind. They want to manipulate other people's mind that it is always better to examine the whole story and find out the fact regarding of a certain issue or idea. Yuriko shares her idea about prejudice by making a comparison between distinguishing the white and those who were white and colored men. It is very unfair to treat the white man differently with the other colored men. So the white man treated with respect because of their color, while people who have darker skin tone are less likely respected and even mistreated all the time. Because of their color are most likely associated with negative expectation, but all of these are very wrong and unfair. Lastly, the representative from the Philippines, our very own Raul Contreras, describe prejudice when a person loses track of the dignity of the human soul and begins to judge others based on their race, creed, and economic status rather than the basis of being a person. We Filipino have this attitude wherein we believe that what are the attitude of the parents will also be the attitude of the siblings, and because of this, we cannot deny that we sometimes hate someone because of what his or her relative of parents did, which is actually wrong. As Contreras prejudiced against Japanese, I can say I am prejudiced against my neighbor whose grandparents killed or pet dog way back where I was an elementary up until time. I feel uneasy or uncomfortable whenever I see them getting closer at our home because I think that any moment they might kill or hurt one of our pet dogs. I know it's not a good idea, and I am very willing to try to talk to them and listen to their opinions regarding raising pets, and hopefully we will end up with a good conversation and eventually become friends.